Welcome to this week's Dirt Shed Show with me, Marten Ashton, and oh man, look at who it is.
Yeah, myself, Blake Sampson. Hello, everyone. Good to be back in the show, Mr. Ashton.
Oh mate, so good to see you. What have you been up to? You been doing anything good?
You know what? I've been here, there, and everywhere. I've been pretty blessed. Been, riding some mountains, playing with some new kit. Some good stuff coming up.
Nice. Like the sound of that. I might be about to ruin your day though, Blake.
Why is
don't
that?
want to put a bummer on the start of this show. Well, in my personal life, talking about mountain biking, Hardtails have come under fire. I'm not going to name any names, but...
Who's hating on it?
Just wait, Blake, just wait. Calm down. I know you love a hardtail, and you will get your moment to speak. You will get your moment. But it's come to my attention that they might be pointless.
What?
They might be pointless, Blake. Because basically,
how dare you?
Everything's better. Everything is better on a full sus mountain bike. We all know it.
I highly disagree. I highly disagree with you, Marten.
Wait, Blake. You will get your moment to speak, okay? I know how much you love them, right? But before you do defend hardtails, like I know you will, okay, right? Listen to this experienced opinion from a very respected YouTube mountain bike megastar. Look at this.
Hey Mark, well, hardtails, what do? They beat the living daylights out of you, that's for sure. No, seriously, in the right places, a hardtail is pretty much unbeatable. However, some people say that a hardtail teaches you great all-round mountain bike skills. Wrong. What a hardtail does is teaches you different mountain bike skills, because the techniques needed to ride a full suspension bike in rocks, roots, off camber, mud and downhill are quite different to what you do on a hardtail. And as for buying a hardtail for the winter months, don't get me started.
What?
Who is that guy, and why has he got to hate on the hardtails so much just like that? That is ridiculous.
Steve
I guess
Jones,
he
you
do you know
are
what,
hilarious.
Marten?
Yes.
I'm fuming. I'm fuming right now.
Tell me why the
back in
hardtail's so
Zimbabwe,
great.
I was born in 1985, okay? So the first thing you would get is a BMX. And it's a rigid bike. It's a hardtail, but the first mountain bike I got, okay?
It is, you're right.
Was a hardtail. Yeah, was a hardtail. Now, if you were born with if your first bike was a full suspension bike, you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, okay? You've never fully understood the characteristics or understood mountain biking without riding a hardtail. No disrespect to those. No disrespect to all those full suspension riders if that was the first bike you ever got, okay? But riding a hardtail is humbling. Okay?
Wow!
The hardtail is the best bike ever. Truth. I'm going red with frustration, right?
You've really gone for this, Blake. You've really gone for this. It's like a red rag to a bull.
Yes.
Well, I guess you've made a really good point, though, right? You've made a really good point, because I kind of get Steve's point that he passionately put across, but I kind of get your point too, is that really a mountain bike, the original mountain bike was a hardtail, and our experience for most of us coming up through the sport is a hardtail. Yeah. You learn some serious things on a hardtail. So maybe they're not pointless. Maybe they're crucial.
Maybe not pointless. But they're not pointless at all.
But they are not. Maybe they're not. I can see.
Maybe, no, nothing. No maybes.
I can see. I mean, you've been riding hardtails recently. You went out with Neil riding hardtails. You're having a great time. Look at you. What did you get out of that ride? What did it remind you about hardtails on that ride? I mean, did it take you back to them early days of riding a BMX?
Yeah, how versatile a one bike can be with minimal technology in it. You don't need technology to go have fun, do you? You don't need all the bells and whistles of full suspension to have fun. Hell, I've done quite a lot on my hardtail. Bike packing, epic rides, dirt jumping, everything. has done on a hardtail. He even done the mega avalanche. That was quite painful.
But are you saying that well, Steve's answer to you would probably be, aren't hardtails just equally crap at everything? In all honesty, okay, right, I do love a hardtail. I really have, and I've said it on the channel before, so I've been playing devil's advocate a little bit, of course. But the person I want to hear from, Blake, is you. You out there. What do you think? What do you think about the hardtail? Have you got a hardtail? There's one place to let the world know that the hardtail is the bike to dominate on. It's down in the comments below this video. Let the world know why the hardtail is so good if you've got one. Come on, front up, defend it. Or if you are the Steve Jones tribe and you think hardtails are trash, then let us know in the comment section down below. Let's have a fun-filled dookaroo down in the comments. Now, let's get going with the show. It's time for the news this week with Tom and Sickest of the Week from Toff. Let's have a look what they got.
What's up, everyone? I hope you've had a great long weekend and hopefully you got out on the bike a handful of times too. It's been a tricky week for news, what with the bike industry loving to lean pretty heavily into April Fools. A few companies came up with some ideas that were a little more realistic than others, leaving some of us scratching our heads as to whether they were in fact real or not. One that we didn't have to and ah too much about was from Nukeproof. As soon as we opened the press release about the new Scouter, it became pretty clear that it was not legit. It was unlegit. Yes, Nukeproof are proud to still remain unpedal assisted in their lineup, with the 2-stroke 80cc Scouter unfortunately failing health and safety tests left, right and centre, so not being fit for production. A few that we desperately wanted to be real include the new YouTube channel dubbed MGM Alternative. Those Nestor's Bear Claws that Miranda Miller was giving out voucher codes for are really good, and there was something genuinely enjoyable about Remy's claustrophobic exit from his new workshop, and Jesse's Jetta check. Also, winning the social media trend was Kona's instant trail dog stand-ups. Yes, dog scrubs are forever cool, but imagine seeing someone influencing by standing up a portrait of their dog on the trail, then going back for the shot. Insane, but a very funny idea from Kona. Now for one that has actually split the field. Nearly everywhere I've found has reported this as an April Fool, but the product is for sale on their website. It is, of course, the Muc-Off Deep Scrubber gloves. I've actually used a mitt that's usually meant for hand polishing cars to clean my bike in the past, and it works surprisingly well. But the drawback of the mitt was that you lose the dexterity to get into some of those tighter spots with your fingers, as is demonstrated in the video. This is the main bit that's got people talking and convinced that it's an April Fool's, but as I said, they're on their website. So what do you think? Limited April Fool's run or here to stay? Let us know. Some news also came in on April 1st that is unfortunately confirmed to be real. The UCI have been forced to cancel Fort William for 2021. After the cancellation of Maribor, the May date set for Fort William had become the opener for the season, and what an opener it would have been. But it's just not to be. Restrictions are likely to still be in place when the event was scheduled, and even without public attendance, it would be difficult to hold. This unfortunately doesn't come as too much of a surprise since the UCI also postponed the 2021 XC Eliminator World Champs in Graz, Austria from May until September 5th. Time for a bit of a spring clean. As always, the guys at Trash Free Trails are doing some great work encouraging us all to be more environmentally friendly by removing the rubbish we find in the woods. There's a link below in the description to their Spring Clean campaign so that you can find out how to get involved in your local area. Helping to keep our wild green places exactly that is a win-win for the mountain bike community. If other forest users like hikers and horse riders see clean trails, or even better, mountain bikers picking up litter, our whole community goes up in their estimation. This can help trails built where they perhaps shouldn't be remain open, and even establish relationships to give you more places to ride in the future. So get involved in the Spring Clean and pick up some litter in your local woods. Right, let's catch up with Toff for the sickest thing of the week. I've got a feeling that this one is going to be a banger.
Cheers, Tom. Hey, everybody. Right, so this week's sickest thing is G Atherton's new edit, the Slate line. It's actually insane. I've watched it a few times now and I just still can't work out quite how insane it is. It's so crazy. apart from just looking insane, like this must have just been so hard to ride, even for a rider as good as G Atherton. The line choice and the understanding of knowing how the bike's going to react differently to the ground and the ground's going to react to the bike in different situations is just insane. Like, I don't really even understand how anyone rides that good. There's this one shoot section where he just drops in and you can tell he's on like 5 or 10 different layers of shale, and he just like, when he's on, you're just on. And he just floats sideways, 2-wheel drift into a wall, and then it bounces off the wall to recorrect him until he can find some traction. Also, we need to put some respect on the build crew. I mean, this is actually insane. They're literally putting bits of slate onto other bits of slate to make sort of transitions and linking some old features into new features, and just making the whole thing rideable is actually insane. Now, I don't want to maybe ruin the illusion, but surely he tore some tires filming this. He must have done, because that stuff is just so sharp. Like, the fact he even thought about trying that insane step down at the end is just like the craziest thing I've seen in a long time. And to anyone who's watching who doesn't quite understand how gnarly the ground is here, I genuinely think on that step down, if you caught a bad bit of slate at speed, you could probably chop your finger off, your hand off, or something. Like, it's so dangerous, it's so crazy. Right, so that's my sickest thing this week, the step down and G Atherton's slate line edit. So sick, go check it out. Right, it's time to go back to Tom in the Dirt Shed.
That was gnarly. That kind of terrain is Steve Jones from GMBN's favourite. He loves going to those slate mines in Wales and just climbing up them. So it's great to see someone going the right way and absolutely sending it down them. Okay, that's all from me. It's back to the guys in the shed, and I'll see you next week.
Yes!
That was good,
Love
eh?
that. Very good, very good. Thank you guys, as always, very cool. Now, Blake, what do you think of this new hoodie? What do you think of the new
Marten,
hoodies?
I love it. I love the blue. I've got the green one. We've got 2 different colours. We've got 2 new drops.
Yeah, the khaki with the black logo. We've got this nice blue one with the red core hoodies. We've all got them. They arrived on our doorstep the other day. If you would like to be part of the new release, then head over to the shop, of course, and hey, support the channel, get some merchandise, get involved, get the new core hoodie. They won't be around long, but they're great for the fireside. Just, we had a little bit of a barbecue on our first sunny UK day the other day, and I was sat there I had the khaki one on actually, and I was like, oh yeah, this is working. Yes, it was very cool. It's very cool. Blake, fancy a bit of hacks and bodges?
Oh, yes, please, Marten.
Right, here we go. Look at this one. First one here from Russell.
Way. Look at that.
He's over in the Philippines. And I like this one a lot, right? Because I like the items he's used to make it. That's what's making me laugh.
Yeah.
It's basically a chopping board.
Yeah.
So that's a chopping board. He's done a little bit of woodworking on it. He's got these really cool wall mounts that have got 90-degree bend in them. And then he's basically created, I mean, you could have created a shelf, you could have created all sorts of things. He's created a bike wall mount for washing his bike. It's perfect. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, that gets some kudos
like that
for
GMBN
something.
race top he's wearing. I like that.
What's that?
Yeah. Hey,
Marten, did we
where
both wear
else
that
have you
race
seen that race top, Blake?
I think we wore that race top together.
Do you not remember
didn't we?
where you've seen that
On the
race
tandem.
top? Let's have a look. Let's have a little look.
I will
look
never
at
forget that
Look
jump,
at that.
Marten.
Remember that jump? I remember that jump.
Oh, Marten.
Hot stuff. I like
you
that
seen
one,
the next
Russell.
one?
Very good. Next one.
Have you seen the next one?
up.
Have you seen the next one?
Yeah, this is from Daniel. I like this one. And this might be the winner of the GMBN race top this week. I'm not sure.
Yeah, do you know what? That is perfect if you have an e-bike because you've got that display on the handlebars. Now that's the first thing that hits the floor when you put a bike down upside down. If you were to put an e-bike upside down.
Yes, that is genius move. Genius move.
Yeah.
Love it. Next one, check this out.
What? What is that? Franken Cruiser free bike built out of scrap piles. That's in Poole, Dorset in the UK. Moved back to Scotland.
is disgusting.
Blue Coup. Why is
Look
he
how
got
the forks. Look at the forks. They're just jammed into the top of a set of triple camps. That's gross.
That thing's disgusting.
Oh,
That's
man.
disgusting.
But hear me out, Blake. It's good, right? Yeah. It's disgusting, but it's good because he's. I mean, I've got to say, I would love a go on it. I bet it feels amazing.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Although, actually, thinking about it, even though it's got the rear end of a motorcycle, which is obviously full suspension, it's actually a hardtail.
It is fully rigid bike. Well, it is rigid.
Yeah, because there's no shock there. It's all rigid.
No. Yeah.
I mean, I know the original frame is hardtail, but the swing arm from the motorcycle has not got a linkage on it. It's rigid.
Yeah.
Gross.
Disgusting. He's into his cool hacks and bodges. Look at the trailer in the background of the basket.
Yeah. It's all upcycling in Blue Cou's house. Now, I tell you what, this is going to be hard this week. We've got to pick a winner this week for the GMBN race top. So, Blake, I'm going to let you do it. It can't be, even though it's a great job from Russell, it can't be him. He's already got a GMBN race top.
Yeah,
so
he's got one.
It's between Daniel and it's between Blue Coo. I mean, who?
Yeah.
I mean,
still
go for
I'm
it.
going to break it down. Okay, Blue Coo is cool. He's bodged and hacked and whatever that. But the genius way of using those heavy duty clamps, I think that's the good one. I think that one should win a race jersey. Daniel.
Cool, man. Daniel, you are a winner. Well done, sir. That is a very good suggestion that you've put in there. I like it a lot. I think we could all use that one. And Blue Coo, good effort on that bike build. Fantastic. Okay, right, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to have more from the caption contest last week, where there's another race top going because it's a double rollover. And we've got Bike Vault, we've got fails and sends, and we've got news from Rick McLaughlin and the EWS. Back in a mo. Nice. Right, we have got, obviously, a very exciting season to look forward to, Blake, with EWS.
We have indeed.
And I've been loving getting these updates from Rick McLaughlin. So let's head over to the man himself and see what he's got to tell us about this week.
Hello Dirtshed, and some breaking news here from the Enduro World Series and EWSE. The Specialized team have finally broken cover with their lineup for the 2021 season, and it's an absolute powerhouse of a squad led by Kevin McKell. They are the ones who have scooped Charlie Murray, one of the breakthrough acts of 2020. Sophia Wiedenroth also on there, as is Cheche Kamoin, one of the most promising young juniors in Europe. It's a huge announcement, and it really defines Specialized focus on enduro racing in 2021. We spoke to Charlie Murray earlier on this morning. He's very, very excited. This is his first pro contract. It's given him the ability to quit his day job to focus on racing, and with 6th place at the Bluegrass EWS Finale Liguri last time out, on a trip that he booked last minute at a party only a week before. Who knows what he is capable of in this new year. Kevin McKell as well, of course, one of the fastest and most consistent French riders, will definitely be one to watch this season. In other news, Katie Winton has launched her new YouTube series, Keeping Up with Katie, where she's alluding to a new team setup she has sorted out for herself, so that is one to keep an eye on as well. And finally, now I know you guys are talking about hardtails this season, and we've had a bit of a collective head scratch here, and we can't actually think of a standout Enduro World Series result on a hardtail. We have seen people attempt it in the past, but the stages are so rough and severe that I think if you were going to complete it, well, for a start, all the evidence so far points out to the fact that it all goes quite scrap heap challenge quite quickly, but I think if you were to be able to complete a full course on a hardtail, you would need to be able to suspend both common sense and pain whilst all the time being an absolutely incredible bike handler. So don't get me wrong, I'd love to see it done and I'd love to be proved wrong. More from us next week.
Excellent, thank you, Rick. Blake, are you going to be riding any EWS this year?
Yes, mine. And guess what? On a hardtail. Okay?
I knew it!
Yeah.
Right, I'm well up to speed this week, Blake, because I haven't forgotten to do the caption contest.
Okay.
Now, last week, the week before last, I forgot to do caption contest, and predictably, a lot of the comments this week on the caption contest photo were little plays on words about me forgetting the caption contest. So thank you to Cornish Cactus, Andreas Upside Down, Dan's the Man, MTB, Carlos Gonzalez, Postmaster Sodium. Yeah, I get it. Very funny.
Andreas
I forgot the caption
down.
contest. Andreas Upside Down. That's
I like
a good
that.
name.
I like that.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
But none of you guys are winning, right? Okay. I've got one winner this month because it's positivity itself. Look at the photo. It's hey, I tell you what, it's a good photo actually, because this is Rick out in the wilds of, I'd say that's probably, is that Bike Park Wales or is that?
It looks like Bike Park Wales.
So the winner of a race top, just like the one Rich is wearing right there, is Neil Martin with this. And it's Rich is stoked as he can see the end of lockdown in line. Oh, yes.
Yeah, that is positivity.
Yes.
I like it.
Isn't it great? And that's how we all feel, I think. It's like, oh, here it comes. Here comes mountain biking. It's coming down the road now. Here it is. Oh, yes. Love it. Love it. Right, so without me messing up, here's the photo for next week's caption contest competition. A mug next week. Give us your captions for that photo in the comments down below, alongside all of your pros and cons for Hardtails. Right, let's take a look at what we've got coming up on the channel this week. We'll be giving our favourite bike a super nice t-shirt this week. So it's all to play for as we start with Steve's Bird, Ether 7.
Steve's
now that
Bird.
is nice. Look, well, it's not Steve's Bird, it's Steve's, you get me.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, it's his bike.
This is in Swinley Forest in the UK.
Ooh,
I
look,
like these.
That's very clean.
like it.
I do like the bird. It's very clean, isn't it?
Plush, very nice. I'll tell you what, I'd really like the sort of just the colourway of it, simplicity.
Yeah.
It's elegant.
I think it's a super nice to me, Mark.
Hit the bell, Blake. Yeah, come on. Next up.
No.
Ooh, yeah, come on.
No.
Hit the bell.
Okay.
Hit the goddamn bell.
Okay.
Robin's Cannondale Scalpel
2.
Weapon.
Sweden.
Yeah, well done. Got a lefty on there and everything.
Oof, that's beautiful.
Got it all.
Nice.
Lovely sunset too.
It's super nice. I like it. Oh, Martin. Nuke-proof Mega Factory Carbon 2019 model, 27.5 large frame. Location, Northeast Scotland in Moray.
Yeah. What do you like about it, Blake?
The colour. I love the colour.
You're so into that bike.
Yeah,
oh my goodness me.
I had that one with that colour. I gave it super nice. Because it's an amazing bike.
Well done, Owen. Super nice. We're doing well this week.
What is this?
I don't know. Well, it's from Dennis. He's in Ontario in Canada, right? And he's a self-build steel full-size bike. But I'm wondering if we've seen this bike before. But if we haven't, it's similar to one we had seen in the past. But it's blooming cool.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a super nice.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That is super nice. What is it? It's got, look at the linkage on that.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy? So good. I love it.
That's super nice.
Oh, that's great. Well done, Dennis. I'd like to know more about your bike, Dennis.
Yeah.
Maybe I would suggest, Dennis, you send in some information about that bike to Doddy over at GMBN Tech, because I reckon he'd like to dive into that bike a little bit.
Yeah,
that is very interesting. Next up, we have got Milo's Santa Cruz. Oh, I love the colours here, Blake. I love the colours.
Oh, the contrast of every colour there. That is beautiful.
Yeah. Look at that scene. I think that's maybe a scene from Alice in Wonderland painted on the wall there. It's very nice.
That's
and we've
in
got
Brighton.
this lovely pop of the yellow on this Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Milo, that's
it's a high
beautiful.
tower. Should we give that a bell, shall we?
Yeah.
Give it a bell? Cool. Super nice.
Super nice, that is.
What a great bike vault this week. Thank you very much if you sent your stuff in. If you haven't, please send your bike into the bike vault. Please send in your hacks and bodges. We love seeing those. There were some great ones this week.
There were some good ones.
And if you've got anything else you want us to see, then head over to the GMBN uploader where you can get involved with the show and we get to see your stuff.
Yep.
And it goes without saying, that's what's happened with these guys who've sent us their fails and their sends. Take a look at this, Bingers.
Yeah! Wow! Sending it, dudes! Hey? And dudettes all in there. It's crazy.
That was happening, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. It's been a super fun show today. I've loved talking about Hardtails.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bingers.
Thanks,
it's been great
Dingers.
to have you in this shed.
Oh, likewise.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you've got coming up, but don't tell us just yet. Keep it quiet.
Big crashes.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you've got. There's some big builds coming up. That's what I've heard.
There's some big builds coming. Big builds coming.
There are. Bingers, thank you very much.
Thanks very
All
much.
you guys out there, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next week on the Dirt Shed Show, but don't forget, you need to be subscribed and you should definitely be giving us some love, like, and shares on the social platforms because, hey, doesn't Bingers deserve it?
Oh,
Isn't that
and
all the
you,
least he
likewise.
deserves?
Come on, mine, and you. Come on.
And yeah, go and hit those likes, and we will see you next week on the Dirt Shed Show.
Yeah.